the digital divide in Fort Lincoln. The digital divide in Fort Lincoln is primarily the result of a disparity in economic and age in Fort Lincoln. Fort Lincoln has a substantial part of the population is income seniors who live primarily in 4 of the 5 senior buildings in Fort Lincoln. And so the Senior Affairs Committee headed by Ricker and the Communications Committee that I had have taken on the project for the last more than a year of attempting to come up with a strategy for providing low or no-cost training for seniors who are interested in being at that age, providing them with low-cost or no-cost internet service, and providing them with computers or tablets or laptops that will connect them to the internet. And that 3-part challenge is what we're going to be addressing today. And I'm pleased to say that I don't know why Courtney Williams is here. He's representative of the Office of Aging. And there may have been a problem with emails that I was sending to him, that I was sending to Courtney Williams. And so he may not have gotten the last email I sent to both he and his supervisor, both of them live in Fort Lincoln. So I know too that the Office of Aging had a big program today. I think that's the most today.
Yes,
and that's the only reason that Dr. Thompson, who was the head of the Office of Aging, wasn't going to be here today. And designated Courtney to be his replacement. But overwhelmingly, this forum is all about the Office of the Chief Technology Officer, represented by Delano Squires, who is the program director for Connect DC, because they have something called the Digital Inclusion Initiative that has been in place for a number of years, and it's an effort similar to our goal to connect up folks in the DC community who don't have internet and computer training with the affordable services and computers and internet connectivity for them. He'll be narrating, I think we have 4 different poster boards. He'll be narrating 2 of them. I'll be narrating 2 of them because a number of people, I guess, like the holidays, graduation, who we invited, that whose information we have in chart form, were not able to join us. We invited, for example, Elizabeth Casey. She's the program manager of the Isolation Impact Area AARP Foundation. She declined to participate. We wanted to get information about a program that AARP has that's going on in 2 different areas in the District of Columbia, whereby they provide free internet, free training, and that kind of stuff. And somehow Fort Lincoln got overlooked, even though AARP has been meeting with Fort Lincoln seniors for almost a year now. But didn't tell them a thing about that program. But because that's obviously one of their areas of emphasis nationwide, not just in the District of Columbia, we wanted her to share other information about what other kind of programs that we might be able to tap into in the District of Columbia or nationwide. And I really regret that she was not able to participate because seniors have been turning out for her for the last year. We also learned just at the last minute about a program in Rockville, Maryland called Project Reboot. And I spoke with President Dennis Courtney just day before yesterday. By the time I found out about it, they offer computers at a price of $25. So a computer is within the reach of anybody at that price point. And they offer what's called peripherals, things like printers and so forth, or similarly ridiculous low prices. A laser printer at $15. That kind of stuff. Most of their computers are refurbished computers, come from corporate America in Montgomery County, and most of them are software engineers and that kind of stuff. This is their pro bono activity. It's sponsored all the high-tech software engineers in Montgomery County. And so they just simply pass it through and charge a nominal amount. They would, in our case, one of our goals was to see if we could set up a computer lab, either in Peggy's cultural center or in any senior building that was interested in it. And they're willing to deliver free of charge, set up the lab, sell the lab with all of the peripherals and everything, including a printer, for $50 per computer. So, and that includes antivirus software, all this kind of stuff. So anyway, again, I just found out about it too late to get him lead time to appear tonight. Then Eleanor Greenwald is the director of a program called Bite Back. She's the director of the program for Bite Back. I don't know if anybody's familiar with them. They're right outside the Brooklyn Metro Rail Station on Monroe Street, within at least a block away. And then as you walk off the Brooklyn Metro Rail Station, if you're going, this is the Brooklyn Tavern. Yeah. They now demolished it right across the street from the house. So it's right there on the outskirts of the Brooklyn station. And they provide no-cost computer training. They have special programs for seniors. So they're willing to come before LinkedIn and put on free training for seniors. They want to have at least 10 seniors in the program. So if we were able to set up give permission for the senior building or here to have training, they'd be more than willing to parachute in people to put on the training. But unfortunately, graduation was tonight. Oh man, it's conflict. So everybody has something else going on that we gave an advance of, or we found out about it too late to give them leaving the advance notice. Sorrell Green, obviously, is the site manager for Hagen Central Center, newly appointed 2 months ago. And so they have a computer room, so he's open to any kind of ideas to have computer training here at Civic. And finally, Delano Squires, who knows everything they didn't know about computer connectivity in the school district of Columbia, is going to be our lead presenter in any event. And we divided up the presentation into three parts. The first deals with free computers and internet training for low-income seniors in Fort Lincoln. This is the part that Eleanor Greenwald, the Bite Back, would have handled because they provide, as I said, free training for seniors. So I'm going to act in her stead and go over, just kind of summarize the content of what they provide. Now, they do have financial eligibility requirements. Although they're not real strict about enforcing it. So that supposedly if you have an income below $22,980 per year and you have no dependents, fall below that, then the training would be free for you. And most seniors depend on Social Security. They would easily meet that requirement. Most of the senior non-405 senior building. And they add, I think, $3,000 for each dependent that you have, the person living with you. To that figure, so one person lives in about $26,000, then $30,000, then $34,000. So they're more than willing to provide the training free of charge to anyone who needs that requirement. These are the 3 courses that they offer off their campus. They're willing to come before they can do. One is called PC for Beginners for seniors. And then PC for Beginners 1, and then PC for Beginners 2 for seniors. PC for Beginners 1 deals primarily with learning parts of the computer, beginning from mouse, then basic internet searching, emailing, but you can walk away at the end of this 5-week course, twice a week, with some basic competency and the basic internet and email usage. Most people continue on in that course for part 2 for another 5 weeks and learning more about using the Word program and email, internet browsing, attaching files to email, that kind of thing. And the final course that they offer for those interested is a more in-depth course in all of the Microsoft Office suite of Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint. That takes, I think that's a 3-month course, meeting twice a week for 2 hours of education. So that's available to the seniors, and we hope the seniors who represent each one of the Fort Lincoln senior buildings will be here tonight to turn them into evangelists for getting their resident managers to buy into this, find space for them, because they consider Fort Lincoln as being the virgin territory for them. They they haven't had an opportunity to come out and provide services to the seniors here, and inviting them. Really eager to do that. The remaining two subjects I provided. Then we have free classes for any senior who is reasonably low income. What about computers for them, and what about internet for them? We'll talk about the website and the free and local.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Coln, Director of Connect DC. I'm part of the Office of the Chief Technology Officer, which is part of the District of Columbia government, which is the technology agency for DC government. And Connect DC was created to address the digital divide here in the district. So what we do, so simply, is we make technology easier to use, more accessible, more affordable, more relevant to district residents and community institutions. So to Mr. Pearson's point, what that looks like is we partner with training providers. We also have a mobile technology lab that we can take wherever we need to take it throughout the district, and people can access the internet, whether for training purposes or to sign up for applications, online applications. So that's making technology easy to use for training. More accessible and more affordable is two things. More accessible is providing more computers for public use. So computers you would use in public libraries or rec centers. We have some at senior wellness centers and other locations for public use throughout the city. We also want to make technology more affordable, and that's where the free and low-cost computer and internet deals come in. So one of these is, the first one here is from Biteback, and those computers go primarily to Biteback students who finish their classes successfully. I believe that Biteback is going to start selling those computers at a nominal fee to district residents as well. Let me see.
Well, the important thing about that is that if you complete their course, then you get a computer free of charge. Not even a nominal fee. It's completely free.
Correct. For the people who complete successfully. Some of these other providers I'm not as familiar with, to tell you the truth. I know Biteback that they're actually one of our key partners, and they provide training for us through one of the grants that we have. But let me, if I can, sort of jump to the free and low-cost internet. So some of you might have seen, pull something up. Hold on one second. So we actually have some ads going around right now. It's a Media and Public Grants campaign. So some of you might have seen an ad that looks something like this on a bus, at a metro station, inside of a bus and outside of a bus. Basically, our campaign is Get Connected, and what it is we're trying to do a couple of things. One is to draw attention to the benefits of being online. And we're doing that through a number of nonprofit and government partners, leaders in their community. So this is actually Dana Jones, President and CEO of the United Planning Organization. And we have about 8 other people featured in these ads. But the real meat of the ad is in the bottom, and we have information on how you can get more info on the free, low-cost computer and internet deals. So if you text Connect to 83224 or visit our website, you'll see that we have a couple of different deals going right now. One, which is not listed here, is through Comcast Internet Essentials. And that is primarily for Comcast Internet Essentials is for families that have at least one school-aged child that receives free or reduced lunch. The other two deals, this one is with Freedom Pop, and Freedom Pop has 2 different offers. One is actually a free offer. I think it's 1 gigabyte worth of data per month. That really what that means is you'll really only be able to use that internet for basic web searches, email, that sort of thing. If you're trying to watch movies on Netflix, you're going to blow through that quickly, and then you're going to incur some additional charges. So that's why the best deal that we have for non-Comcast Internet Essential eligible residents is through mobile beacons. And for $10 a month, you get unlimited data. So as long as you can get to the internet, you have unlimited data for that $10 a month. There is it's between $36 and $39 for the initial hardware cost. So that's really to pay for the actual internet device. So they have 3 different types. They have a USB stick that you would see people use if they want to save a file. That actually plugs into the computer, and that is what gives you your internet access. They also have a mobile hotspot, which is sort of like a small square about this size, and you can connect multiple devices, up to 5 devices in that one. And then they have a wireless modem, which is a slightly bigger device like this, and you can connect 10 devices to that one. So you pay the cost for the hardware, and obviously this is assuming you have a computer that is wireless enabled. So assuming you do, you pay for the hardware, and then it's a recurring cost of $10 a month. There are no overages, there are no data caps or anything like that. So I think this is our most attractive offer right now. So that's on the internet side. There are also providers. Mr. Pearson mentioned buyback in terms of refurbished computers. We also have other deals on our website. There are a couple of different companies where you can get, I believe it's a desktop starting at $150 and a tablet at around the same price. So again, is it necessarily affordable to everyone? Probably not, but it helps people get online, people who didn't have access prior to this.
So you know those devices where you plug into your computer the DVD and it gives you TV, like Hulu.com, something like that. So if these people could get the cheap internet, they could wipe out their cable bill or their TV.
Well, I will say this is what I say. If the market rate for internet, if you go with Comcast or Fios, is let's say $60, $70, $100, you're paying $10 a month for this service, I wouldn't expect a Cadillac plan.
So what?
Cadillac plan. I wouldn't expect Rolls-Royce type service, right? So
Would it be slower?
it might be slow. It actually probably is going to be slow, and you might have to pay for more data if you go over the caps. So I wouldn't necessarily get a USB stick for internet service and then cancel my cable service. I wouldn't personally do that. Some people might make that choice.
Or I would try it out first.
Or yeah, you can try it out to see if it works. Right.
At their cost.
Right. And really what these are meant to do, these low-cost deals, is really to attract people onto the internet because national data shows that people who aren't using technology aren't doing it for at least one of the three main reasons. 1, it costs too much. 2, they don't necessarily know how to use it. And 3, they don't see why it's relevant to their lives. So, again, in Connect DC, we try to address all 3 of those things. And making it more relevant is probably the hardest thing for people who don't see why it's relevant. And that's why, we work with some of our partner agencies, nonprofit organizations. We recently took the Mobile Tech Lab to partner with Health Benefits Exchange Agency to do an affordable health care sign-up at MLK Library. So that's the more relevant piece. But this really just addresses the cost. And the hope is, as you bring people on, show them why access to the internet is important. They'll say, you know what, this $10 a month plan, it's okay for now, but I need more, and I'm willing to pay a little bit more for better service and better quality. So that's really the purpose. But trust me, I've had people, even at Octo, say, hey man, I heard about your deals. I'm thinking about getting rid of my internet service. I'm not sure if we want to go that way just yet.
Or you can give the argument that, with businesses taking over our news media, and if you don't want to get only one-sided political views, you need the internet to give you that extra non-business-oriented perspective on what politically happening in our country.
Absolutely.
So I use it for that.
So I mean, and we talk about that, within Connect DC, the different ways you can use the internet service. So access to the internet gives you access to information on health and wellness, news and media, as you said, entertainment, for people who want to do online shopping or other types of online services, grocery delivery, access to jobs, education. mean, there's no limitations basically when it comes to internet access. So if you go to connect.dc.gov, you'll see the pages that we have up that speak to the affordable access to computers. And if you want to sign up, we actually have a mobile update platform. So if you want to sign up via mobile, you can text CONNECT, CONNECT, to 83224. And we're using that to connect directly with residents because obviously one of the things we know is that we try to address the digital divide. It's hard to send out information on the digital divide to people who are not online through a website, through email. So the mobile platform allows us to connect directly with residents. So when buyback training classes do start up, we can send people a mobile text. We can send them a text that says, hey, interested in internet training, call buyback at 202, so on. Call buyback and sign up for their classes today. So that's a service that we make available, and we really want to use it to connect directly with residents. Let me see if there's anything else here. That's about it as it relates to the affordable internet.
Let me ask you two questions.
Sure.
One that just occurred to me, and that is, you have to look at a lot of these plans to send contracts. Either one of those wireless plans, one for zero, and the other for $10 a month. Do you understand the contract obligation to stick?
You don't have to sign a contract, but they do, particularly when you order online, you do need to provide credit card information. And that's why I think Mobile Beacon is a better plan, because I believe with Freedom Pop, let's say they give you a certain amount of data. They give you this much. You use this much. I think they might automatically charge your credit card for those overages. But there's no contracts involved.
And the other is that those are very nice posters. It persuade you to leave them here if they're available.
Absolutely. I'd rather not take them back on the bus, so it's all yours.
Doesn't AARP offer something like this as well?
I believe AARP has a pilot program. I know they work with seniors and using iPads. I'm not sure if they offer or they partner with anybody in terms of affordable internet. Okay. I hope so, honestly, because the more offerings that are out there, the more people can take advantage of it.
My concern at this particular time is I think we have just bypassed the basic computer program when we've gotten to the internet. And it breaks my heart still because most of the seniors in Fort Lincoln, and we could skirt around, we could jump over, we could ignore, but it is reality in the Fort Lincoln area. A couple years ago, we all had problems with illiteracy, and we went into a lot of the seniors' department, and a lot of folks are not aware of it. We taught the seniors how to read, a lot of them graduated, even from the Wesley House, and now they're happy. Now the computers are here, and they're bypassing my seniors. The seniors are not going to come out there and say, I have no idea how to do this. And the average situation now, everyone tells you, go online. Even when Costco came into the area, they stated you had to register online. However, Bob worked something out and they accommodated a few procedures. But seniors are still intimidated. And a lot of the seniors, they're lovely people, but they will not let you know. I'm not familiar with the computer. And, no one is going to come and say, baby, don't even worry about it. Not to be scared. I'll help you through the whole process. No one is trying to help my seniors. Maybe we can get the computer there. Mr. Green is a lovely gentleman. Maybe we can get something right here in our community, right here at home. Roy has been pushing for this, this for more than a year now. And I would love to see it because, I just think it's discrimination. They forget this group of seniors here. A lot of them, they have less time on this earth than they did before. But give them a shot at it. That's all we ask.
Can I add that? For those of you who don't know, I transferred here from Kennedy Recreation Center, which is in the Shaw neighborhood. And some of my seniors in that area, they were going over to Shiloh.